Get your boogity on, okay? Let's go boogity, 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 and go racing, boys!
Chase Elliott off the outside of the new turn 2 and into the lead for lap 1.
Yeah, interesting lane choice by Ryan Blaney to use the inside. We saw where his car was really loose in the first couple laps in practice, so I'm kind of surprised that he chose that inside lane, but great job to Chase Elliott fight back on the outside.
Nine got a pretty nice start there, Mike.
Yeah, he might have gotten too good of a start.
Yes, he did. The word is that Chase Elliott has a start violation.
Wow.
And he will have to do a pass-through penalty. Let's take another look at it. Ryan Blaney, the pole sitter. That green and white car is the control car.
Yes, so
here they come to green.
You can't beat that leader to the start-finish line. You can see right there Chase Elliott starts to accelerate and get a nose on Ryan Blaney in that 12 car as they get to that start-finish line.
It's close.
Now, this is one of the longest pit roads in racing, so that pass-through penalty, Larry, will be costly.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we clarify the start of the race is different from a restart. The start of the race, the leader controls it to the start-finish line. Now, if it's a restart, it happens in the restart zone, but the start of the race is totally different.
Mike, is one good thing about this, we got the 9 car on pit road. We're going to see how many laps he loses, 1 or 2. We talked about that, and we were anxious, or not anxious, but wondering how it was going to turn out. We'll see with the 9 car.
45 miles an hour.
Certainly going to help that he was the leader, so allowed him to get to pit road very aggressively.
Takes about 35 seconds from the entrance to the exit of pit road. Here comes Chase exiting pit road. Now he's accelerating as leader Ryan Blaney is right between turns 3 and 4. And it looks as if the 9 will stay on the lead lap. Back under green. And it's Ryan Blaney as Almirola doesn't go, and they fan out 4 wide.
Joey Logano going to take advantage of that.
Now we're talking.
Wow, look how low they are.
Look at Larson right
where
up
Larson
there.
is. He's 2 lanes below the yellow line. He's down on the apron next to the wall.
Half back up top.
And he's going to get back. Oh, I thought Kyle Busch was going to go to the inside.
I think Kyle cut him a little slack.
Denny Hamlin with a nudge to Hemrick, and here we're 3 wide again through this through this dog leg and down into the corner with Blaney, your leader. 4 laps to go in the stage. Everybody fighting for stage points and track position. Look at that. Man, what a crowd back there. Larson trying to hold on to 5th. Kyle Busch wanting 5th. Harvick trying to stay 10th by himself. Here's the group behind him.
It's a heck of a view right here from the booth now, where we can see these cars drive down on that apron through the dog leg here. That's pretty interesting.
Well, I mean, Kyle Busch just went about 3-4 car widths down on that apron to make that pass on Larson. That just shows you how much grip there is in these cars this year with all that downforce that they have with that big spoiler.
Pit road closed with 2 laps to go in the session, in this stage rather. Daniel Suarez got back on track, lost just 1 lap through all that. Boyer down to the bottom, that orange number 14. Ryan Blaney now alone out front by half a second over Almirola.
So it's going to get really interesting here. You know, Ryan Blaney pretty much going to get these playoff points at stage points, but you've got the 18 of Kyle Busch, who came in, took those 4 tires on that last caution. Will he stay out?
3 wide again. Stenhouse with a big move there, caught in the middle. And 10th place right now, Kevin Harvick is going to hold off Denny Hamlin, it looks like, to score the final stage point, as Blaney gets the green and white checkered flag, winner of stage 1 from the pole.
Harvick was looking for another point himself, almost got by Chase Elliott there for 9th.
But this car right here, good on the short run. I don't think he's got the long run speed yet, but he's really good on that short run.
Kurt Busch coming off a top 5 in his home in Las Vegas, his home track. Currently 10th, Vince.
Well, in the struggle for them right now, it's just not cutting the corner, certainly the way it was yesterday in practice, and it has just gotten too tight for Kurt as they've gone. But it's been a good start to the season, back-to-back top 5s, and he spoke to me this morning about the urgency this team has. It's a 1-year deal with Chip Ganassi Racing. He knows that as a driver, he's got to perform, and he wants this team to perform. And so far, he and Matt McCall have gotten off to a good start. Back-to-back top 5s coming into this one today, and he's inside the top 10.
Also in the top 10, Jimmy Johnson running in 7th. He is the highest placed Chevrolet right now. Again, he only stopped at lap 66.
Well, it's similar to Ryan Newman. Obviously, Jimmy Johnson's feeling pretty good about his car, has good balance because he's able to take advantage of that pit strategy, have older tires, and be able to maintain up there in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 7-time champ, going kind of quietly going about his business. Hanging around the top 10, got a good day ahead of him.
And he's been sick all week.
True.
Had a bad cold, got himself a lot of rest, changed up his workout regimen there, and said he'd be good to go for today. Alex Bowman in the wall, turn 2.
Uh-oh.
There's that caution nobody wanted to see.
No caution yet. There it is.
On the high side of 2.
Caution lap 148. Well, Larry, does this change anything or everything?
Well, it does, Mike. You know, my biggest question, are we going to get this race restarted before the end of stage 2? I think that's the biggest question. We're 2 to go right now. I don't see how we can get it restarted.
The answer to that would be no, because it takes a lap to gather everybody up behind the pace car. At least another lap, even if they don't open the pits, to get them double wide. So I'd say no. Let's see what happened on Alex Bowman.
Going down toward turn 1 here. Car never turns.
Yeah, and usually when the tire goes,
Hold on up there. We're in the wall, guys. We're in the wall, guys.
which I believe that was a tire issue for Alex Bowman. It's right as you get into the corner and load up that right front tire and get on the brakes.
This will be a break for his Hendrick teammate William Byron. He's the first car 1 lap down, so free pass to Byron. NASCAR chairman and CEO Jim France taking in the action, spends a lot of time down in that garage area.
Very active.
Interacting with the stakeholders in this sport.
He reminded me so much of his brother Bill. I mean, Bill was in the garage. Bill France Jr. was always in the garage. And ever since Jimmy got in charge, kind of in the role he's in, he's always in that garage, and everybody knows they can go talk to him. I love that about him.
So next time by, we'll complete stage number 2. And there is your running order on the final lap of this second stage. It would be Kyle Busch's second stage win of 2019. 35 laps to go in the Ticket Guardian 500. ISM Raceway in Phoenix. Ryan Blaney leading Kyle Busch by a thin 1 second.
Yeah, but I give Blaney a lot of credit. I think he's been able to extend that lead just a little bit here through some lap traffic.
Traffic has really worked out in Blaney's favor. It's kind of
not working out for him here though.
Well, that
Almost
wasn't
contact.
So good. That cost him right there.
Yeah, rookie Matt Tifft was trying to keep from going a lap down.
Boy, that was a lot closer than it looked.
And look, Kyle Busch will close right in as these two Fords get too close for comfort.
Blaney got a little loose off of turn 4 there, drifted up wide. He's probably hoping to get a little bit of a break there, but that's what Kyle Busch does to you. He gets in your head. You know that you've got one of the best behind you, stalking you. You can't make any mistakes.
Kyle is right now, if I'm Kyle, I'm saying I got to get up there where he can look in the mirror and see me. Once he sees me, he starts looking back. I got him.
Well, if he's pedaling as hard as he can, Darrell, he is not going to catch Ryan Blaney. This gap, even with the traffic, has remained constant at 1/3 of a second.
Well, and as tight as this battle is, one thing we know for sure, they're not saving fuel right now. No. So if fuel is going to be an issue, these guys are going to be the first to run out.
Well, Kyle closes big time getting into 3 over here. But he loses so much in 1 and 2 down here. He gets up too high, and Blaney drives away.
6th on the right of your screen, Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch, the teammates. Chip Ganassi and the 11 of Denny Hamlin.
Now you saw right there, Kyle Busch went high down in turns 1 and 2. He knows now he's in that wake. He's got to start doing something different. Made a big gain down the back straightaway.
All I got to do is get to his bumper, and I'm there.
I'm not sure which is more in jeopardy.
Really tight.
I would want Kyle Busch to pass me on the inside, not the outside.
Ryan Blaney saying the car is tight.
Go 2 back up top.
Oh, here comes a move.
This might get him right here. Here he comes down in the corner. A little bit better. A little bit better.
It's as low as he can go.
You're just going to have to hold him down, try to side draft, take some air off the right side of that 18 car.
On you.
More traffic ahead.
Still full. Still full in the mid. Still there. Tight on you. Tight quarter.
ooh,
Tight quarter.
Wow,
Still
man,
there.
you see the hands on Ryan Blaney
Whoa.
fighting for this lead. The problem
Ross-
Ryan Blaney has, it's still about 15 laps to
Clear.
go.
Trying to cross you. Half off packing. Packing. No mo half. 1. Jack and a half.
Well,
1
boys,
and a half.
Yep.
that was
Adios.
That was a good battle. It was a good fight. I give Ryan Blaney a lot of credit for holding him off as long as he did.
I did exactly what I wanted to do. I got on your bumper.
Yeah, how come you chose the 18 and I got stuck with the 12?
Well, you were doing a heck of a job. I'm proud of you.
Ryan Blaney's lead lasted almost as long as your voice.
Oh, I'm good now. I got a recovery. I had a plug wire off.
14 laps to go.
Ready with your switch. If it bobbles, it should not. But if it does, save me some fuel.
I tell you, and Kyle Busch is so good. I just believe he can save fuel.
2.2.
He can go fast and save fuel. You know why? Because he doesn't use much brake.
Now 2.2, that was his lead at the time. And you see he is pedaling it. It's shrinking down to 2 seconds over Truex, who is also on an economy run. No, it's not on economy run. Blaney is.
But they
Truex is coming.
But they came at the same time. I don't know if maybe he just didn't run as fast at the beginning of this run. And so Cole Perns told him, hey, go hard. You don't need to save. Larry, what do you think?
Well, guys, they told him to throw the switch. What that is, that's a reservoir in the fuel cell that has a secondary electric fuel pump. They know exactly how much fuel is in that box and how far they can run.
The white flag's waved. 1 lap to go. Truex has it down to 1.4. And here comes the Candyman. 52nd career Cup victory for Kyle Busch, Toyota, and Joe Gibbs Racing.
Get out the broom, boys.
Back-to-back week. Sorry, guys. Let you down last week, but that was a cool week right here, man. Thanks. Great work, man. A lot to be proud of this year. Great work this year, guys.
All these fans are sticking around, Kyle, and they are cheering for you right now. I see a lot of M&M shirts out there. In a moment like that, I hear your crew chief, your spotter telling you how close you are in fuel to keep it going. How do you balance watching the fuel, but also pushing hard enough to get Blaney and pass him?
I knew going back before we went green with however many to go that we were going to be right on the verge. And you got to go race hard first, and then you got to worry about fuel afterwards. And once I got there and once I got to Blaney, I was able to kind of save a little bit and try to take care of my tires again for the rest of the traffic that we had to get through and make sure I had enough fuel to make it to the end. But, man, God, this makes last week feel so much stupider. Oh, man, I wish we could have swept last week, too. That would have been pretty awesome to start out this year with 2 weekend sweeps in a row and 3 being in my hometown of Vegas. But we'll just take what we got here today at ISM Raceway. And it's cool to win yesterday for IK9 and the Service Dog 200 in their race. And more cool to win today in this Skittles Camry and get ourselves back to victory lane.
Kyle, you have been a man on a mission, though. 199 wins now across the 3 different series. How do you want to perceive what you are embarking on in this accomplishment?
It's not for me to worry about. It's for everybody else to discuss and talk about and argue over and debate, you know. But for myself and the career that I've had, I've been fortunate to be with a lot of great people and a lot of great sponsors, and those that stick around me, like Joe Gibbs and M&Ms and Skittles and Snickers and everybody, Interstate Batteries, that's always been behind me is what it's all about for me, and that keeps me going each and every weekend. And to work with my guys and to take them to victory lane is what it's all about.
Kyle Busch wins at ISM Raceway.